So good morning everyone. Let us start the class now. So yesterday we started with SPM, full form SPM. Bolo. What I told that you tell. Success pakka when? So in SPM we started with, I have given you the overview of the entire. After that we started with unit number 1, introduction. And unit number 1, introduction, may discuss one concept. Before that, let us understand what we have discussed. We have discussed only about performance management. And I told that evaluate the performance of whom? Employees. So that employee ka performance helps company in their objective. That is what is performance management. And performance management part of what? Human resource. Human resource management. And we have also discussed how organizations manage their performance and how they are managing. Earlier they used to manage only using what? Financial parameters and operational parameters. But in today's environment, addition, they are also using what? A environment. And this environment was first used by whom? Concept number till here. From here, 3 questions. Above that, whatever we are going to ask in it. Then comes, how is success? I told that if employees performance improves, productivity improves, efficiency, what will happen? Company will be able to achieve its objectives and goals. And but how do I determine the success? To determine the success, two things are very important. Number one, possessing the resources. Number two, efficient and effective utilization. One great person told, a person who earns money will not become rich. A person who money will be. Who is that great? Same way, a company which has resources will not become successful. A company manages the resources properly will become. So I need to possess the resources also. Plus I need to use the resources. What are the resources I need to have? Two types of resources. What are those? Quantitative resources also. Quantitative anything related to money is called which resource? Quantitative. Other than money, it is called what? Qualitative resource. I've mentioned some examples. Success ka concept is applicable to whom? In every business, whether it is profit or whether it is small or large or medium size, whether it's the old organization, whether it is a startup, each and every business. So the concepts of performance are, because see, whether you are having a long organization, matlab old organization, whether you are a startup, whether you are a profit organization, whether you are a non-profit organization, every business have what? Employees. That is why for every type of organization, concept of performance management is problem. One problem which companies is every organization have what? Tangible resources also, intangible resources. Can you tell me some examples of tangible resources? Land, building, land and building, land, machinery, land and machinery, furniture, furniture, furniture. These are all what? Tangible resources. Every company will have tangible resources. Not be exactly same. Every company will have tangible resources. Tell me some examples of intangible resources. Goodwill, brand value, patents, copyrights, trademarks, franchises, license, etc. See, almost every organization will have tangible resources also, intangible resources. Then question comes, how do I determine which business will be successful, which business will be successful? Let us take a small example. Have you heard about Pizza Hut? And who is the biggest competitor of Pizza Hut in India? Who knows? Recently, I think 15th of this month only, 15th of June, the Hut sold its entire business throughout the world. One private limited was running into huge losses. Millions of dollars of loans were there. Millions of dollars loans were there. On 15th of June, the entire business was sold off to some. That will be there, but now it will be managed by the same company, same owner company, or now some other company will manage. Why? First company to start the concept of pizza throughout the world was that only. Not talking about Italy where pizza started. Big brand. By seeing success of Pizza Hut only, Domino's started. But today, Domino's is number one throughout the world. That is nowhere to be seen. That is also doing the same business. Domino's also doing the same. That also having the same resources. Domino's also having the same. But still, one company was unsuccessful. One company still. How is that possible? How do I differentiate which business will be, which business will for investing? Ask him what is the differentiating reason? That is called what? Choice, human resource. You can copy my material. Lot of people are there who use my material. You can copy my material. You can copy my notes. You cannot copy style and that is my that is what. So skills of employees, competitor cannot copy. That is what I've mentioned here. Human capital can provide which advantage? What is competitive advantage? In your strategic management, you might have seen two words: core competency, and core competency will give us what? Competitive edge. This is what I have. Skills, unique skills, what I have is called what? Core competence. These unique skills will give me success. Success is called what? Competitive edge. When everyone is having the same resource, I need to have some unique. That uniqueness is what? Employees. And this will give me what? A competitive advantage over others. Then same thing, you banks, you have private banks, you have public banks. Banks are more successful. Private banks. Why? SBI also uses the same technology. ICICI also uses the same technology. Both are certified by RBI. Why one bank is more successful? Why one bank is less? So competitor can raise money just like I raise. Competitor can purchase the same technology what I have, but competitor never copy what? Because human skills can be purchased or they are inbuilt. So in short words, case if they ask in MCQs, how do you differentiate between an answer? Everyone has the same resource. And what will be an answer? Or which capital? Human capital. And the concept of performance management is applicable to whom? What type of organization? Every type of organization. I think this concept I've already explained. What is performance management? What do I do? I measure and develop what? Performance of individuals and align them with what? Then comes is of performance. From here, whatever we are going to discuss, you can ask it. Whatever is important for MCQ, whatever is important now. Is of performance. I'm not. Now, features of performance management. Features of performance management. Now, I think same definition Kohi Institute has converted into features. As I already told you, performance management is one-time process or a continuous process. When should I evaluate the performance of an employee? Once in a year. once in a lifetime, once in 6 months, once in every quarter. When every time I give some task to an employee, I need to evaluate the performance of a employee. Like let us say I've given you accounting work, I've given you finance work, I've given you purchase work, I've given you sales work, I've given you marketing work. After giving the work, the task of a human resource manager will be over, or that fellow has to keep verifying the performance of an employee. Like whether because of your marketing, more and more customers are coming or not. Are you properly doing sales or not? Padiki mudu, padiki mudu. Are you properly purchasing? Are you properly purchasing from suppliers or not? Are you accounting on a continuous basis or not? Are you taking care of working capital and fixed capital or not? I need to continuously check. That is why it is which process? Continuous process ko we also call what? Now this continuous process will start also. This continuous process will end also. When does it start? Setting of. Achha, can you tell me some examples of objectives of a business? Please tell me the objectives of a business. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. One example can be profits. Achha, profit is one of the objectives or the only objective? Very good. Other than profits, can you tell some examples? 1 minute. Minimization of cost. Then employee satisfaction, customer satisfaction, increase in market share, stability of a business. You might have studied in SM, right? That entire SM is nothing but objectives of business only. So first I will start what? Setting the objectives of a business. Matlab what exactly I want from my employees. Then it will end with what? Measurement of performance. Measurement of performance means I will compare your actual performance with expectations. Now, if your actual performance is greater than expected performance, any problem? No problem. Your actual performance is equal to expected performance. Any problem? No problem. But if the employee ka actual performance is less than expectations of the company, matlab example, your sales are less than the expectations of a company, then what? What will I give? And then what will I also give? Feedback. Exactly same thing Institute has just divided into objectives. Here. First, what will I do? Identify. After that, what? Measure. Measurement. That is evaluation. And then what? Developing. Developing by what all examples I have given? Training, feedback, and growth. And objectives of a company I have mentioned here. Now, then we have also seen what? Alignment with what? Strategic goals. Employee ka performance, I need to align with what? Strategic goals of a company. Achha, let us say, for example, tell me any company's name. Anything. Tata. Okay. Tata mein which company? Tata Motors. Okay. Tata Motors. Tata Motors today is number one car company or number two or three car company? Sometimes it is number two, sometimes it is number three. Now you tell me what will be the objective of Tata Motors? To remain number two or three or to become number one? So the main goal of the company is what? To become what? Number one. But to become number one, tell me 5 things what Tata has to focus on. Number one, cost reduction. Number two, better customer service. Like 2-3 years back, when I wanted to buy a car, I went to Tata showroom. I wanted to buy Tata Safari, which is one of the most premium and expensive cars. Somewhere around 40 lakh rupees ka top model is there. I went there, no one is there to ask water. I waited for almost 2 hours for someone to come and attend me and show me the different models. Not even a single person was bothered. They were just sitting like this only. They were talking here and there. No customer. Matlab, I was completely unhappy. I went to the other car showroom like Maruti. I went to Maruti. I just asked them. I wanted to buy Maruti ka Alto. Somewhere around 3 to 4 lakh rupees. They offered me juice. They offered me tea. Imagine, had I bought their expensive car, they would have offered me beer only. That is the treatment what they were giving me. So they have to improve customer satisfaction. They have to improve after sales service. They have to reduce the cost. They have to increase the quality and features of their cars. These are all what? This is a continuous process. Every day, if they do this over a period of time, they will be able to achieve number one position, which is their strategic. Clear? It provides a link between what? Employee performance and company performance. Employee performance is what? Measurement of performance. Measurement of performance is what? Alignment with what? Strategic goals. Alignment with what? Strategic goals. Measurement of performance is what? employee and organization goals. If employee do not perform properly, company will never be able to achieve its goals. What is your goal? Become goal? What is your goal? To become what? CMA. Now you tell what you should do every day to become a CMA. If you study only for one day, will you become a CMA, or it is a continuous process? Simple. It helps management to understand contribution of what? Employee to the organization. If I do not evaluate the performance of an employee, I will never come to know which employee is performing above my expectations, which employee is performing below my expectations. And if I don't know this, how will I give promotion? How will I give salary increments? So that is why continuously I need to evaluate the performance of employee. Then only I will be able to achieve my goal. Then only I will be able to, you can say, praise and recognize the employees in my company. Clear? You'll write once I finish this unit, small units only we have, or you'll write concept by concept. So, okay, I think you should reply something. You'll write after I complete the entire unit, or you will write concept by concept. Concept by concept you'll write. So will you complete the notes, two concepts? Complete fast. Don't write, don't draw these charts. This I will share with you. Fast. Heading should be unit number 1, introduction. Do not, I am repeating now only, do not take theory lightly in SPM. DMA theory was not much. SPMA we have lot of theory. Do not underestimate theory. You will get lot of theory in question paper. Heading should be chapter number 1, unit number 1, introduction. Chapter number 1, unit number 1, introduction. Should I scroll? by walking. While you write only, I'll keep asking some questions. You keep telling. Efficiency and productivity. Yesterday we have discussed, right? Keep writing and just tell the answers. Now, speed and quantity of work. Productivity, right? And when we talk about utilization of resources, see, I'll give you two examples. You tell which is efficiency. I use less resources to manufacture same number of units. Efficiency. I use same resources like you, but I manufacture more than you. Then also it is efficient. Wherever resources are there, it is always, wherever time and quantity of work is there, it will always be productive. Remember that car example yesterday? Earlier, business used to focus only on one activity or many activities. But today, company is focusing on one activity or four activities. These four activities put together is called which card? Which card? Yesterday I have explained. Balance scorecard. Which card? Balance scorecard. Should I scroll? Little. Did you write this? Supply chain? Acha. Yesterday I have told you, right? Supply chain, when does it start? Raw materials. And when does it end? So when I get an order, what will start? Supply chain. When I deliver the order, what will end? Supply chain will end. And remember one thing, all the people who are involved in supply chain, other than customer I'm talking about, other than customer, every person involved in supply chain is called as what? Link. Called what? Link. Somewhere you note down. Every person involved in supply chain other than customer is called what? Link. Can you tell the formula for current ratio? Current assets divided by current liability. Net profit ratio. Net profit by inventory turnover ratio. COGS or sales divided by average inventory. How to calculate average inventory? Opening stock plus divided by basics of FM. You are strong, right? I'm not talking about very advanced basics like CFAT, PV factors, that only. Should I scroll? In VUCA, V stands for volatility, U stands for, C stands for, and A stands for. I don't know what might happen. I don't have clarity about any business plans. Then it is ambiguity. Business will face one problem or many problems. Those many problems are called what? Complexity. Future is certain or uncertain. That is called what? And business environment में changes happen slow or fast? That fast changes को what do we call? If my business does not adapt to the changes, my business will be a going concern or it will become a gone concern. It will become a gone concern. Yesterday, I think Pestil I've given, right, example. Debt equity ratio formula you tell. Debt by equity into. Acha. What is the ideal debt equity ratio? What is the ideal debt equity ratio? 2:1. Ideal current ratio? That also same. Write only theory. Don't write anything else what I don't ask you to write. Charts, everything I'm going to share with you. After today's class, this unit ka charts I'll share with you. Done till here? Anyone writing? Write fast. I'll go to Delhi and come for 2-3 hours. जल्दी लिखो रे. Don't write this Indian banking का example. Just write till here. Done? Okay, next. Not done. How is success determined? And how many factors are there as key for success? 2. Only having resources will give me success, or utilizing the resources also can give me success. Having plus utilizing the resources will give me success. And SPM is applicable to what type of organizations? Every organization. The biggest problem in every company is that every business almost will have different resources or same resources. Same resources. Then how do I decide what will be successful, what business will not be successful? How will I decide when everyone is having the same resources? How will I decide which business more, which business less successful? Human capital. Done till here. Should I scroll? Are you done writing? Sure. Next. The same thing I have given in the form of charts. Every concept in the form of charts. One day before exam, just see these charts and go. I can guarantee whatever theory question comes in exams, you will be very easily you can write. MCQs also aram se you can solve. Now heading should be what is performance management? What is performance management? In brackets, note down objectives also because objectives are also same only, right? Heading should be what is performance management? Definition was given by whom? Agonis. In which year? Is it one time process or continuous process? Remember, continuous process ko we also call what? Acha, tell me, I am allotting work to employee. What is it called? Which step? Is it identifying, measuring, developing? What it is? I am allotting work. Identify. Here. and checking whether you are doing work properly or not. If you are not doing the work properly, I'm giving you training and giving you feedback. Developing. Done. Done. Done writing. Now, next. Now, this you need not write. We have already covered, right? Same answer only. They have given a different. Now, objectives of performance management. Very important question. Objectives of performance. Like, why exactly should I follow the concepts of performance management in my business? Reason number one, employees can strive for which performance? Superior performance is linked to what? Compensation package. Now, like whenever company evaluates the performance of an organization, what will happen? They will come to know which employee is performing better, which employee is not performing better. Better performing employee, what do we call? Superior performance. Your performance is superior, better than the expectations of the company. Automatically, it is linked to which package? Compensation package. Matlab your salary will increase, and this will in turn help the company in achieving their goal. So, if your performance is good, if you are having a superior performance, company will achieve their goal. Because of you, company is achieving the goal. That is why company is changing your compensation package. Number two, employees are able to identify what? Proper knowledge and skills required for performing the task. Whenever company evaluates the performance of a employee, I told you, right? In case if your performance is not as per the expectation, what will company do? Feedback. And it will also provide what? Due to feedback and due to the training, automatically what will happen? My knowledge will improve, my skills will also improve. Then automatically my performance will. So performance management assess or helps the implementation of what? Effective reward mechanism. I think foundation may there is one subject called FOM along with economics for 40 marks. Fundamentals of management. You study or choose it. There you have something called carrot and stick approach. Have you heard about this? Reward and punishment system. Autocratic style of management, democratic style of management. Remember anything or completely wiped off hard disk? Okay. So effective reward mechanism is basically called as what? Your reward and punishment. You perform according to my expectations, I will give you what? You don't perform, I will give you what? Punishment. Carrot and stick approach. Perform accordingly, carrot. Otherwise, stick. Then company will give what? After feedback, it will provide what? Coaching or training. And this is called what? Two-way communication. That two-way communication is happening between whom? Okay, let us say, for example, SPM ka chapter 1 management has conducted the exam. After conducting the exam, they have given me the mark sheet. They have given me the, I opened the mark sheet number 1. Here, mark sheet number 1. Madam, your name? Uma. Mark sheet number 1. She got out of 100, 20 marks. I am displaying her. What I am doing is I am taking a photo of that answer sheet. I am uploading to my tab. I am displaying here so that everyone can see her marks and her photo. Everyone live on YouTube is seeing her marks. Each and every student ka marks I am distributing and telling in front of everyone. Is it a correct practice or incorrect practice? Same way, if employees are performing better, praise in front of everyone. But if employee performance is not as per the expectations, do not reveal in front of everyone. It should always be what? Two-way communication. Supervisor and employee. Basically, you can say the owner and employee. In between these people only, your performance should be. Never discuss the poor performance of an employee in front of everyone. Then performance management creates an environment where strategic purpose of an organization suitably purported throughout the organization. What they are trying to tell is the concept of performance management should be followed by whom? Operational level, functional level, corporate level, or throughout the organization. Throughout the organization. Plus, first, performance management aids in which growth? Personal growth. What do we mean by personal growth? Achha, as a CMA, you will join in which level of management? Lower level, middle level, or top level? कुछ भी. You won't directly join in top level. You first join in which level? Lower level. Then slowly you get promoted to middle level. And then you will get promoted to top level. That is called what? Personal. And also called as what? Advancement of. From top level, where will you go? In case if your performance is exceptional, then they may consider you to become the chairman of a company. Simple. As they are acquainted with what? Their knowledge and skills. Your personal growth will happen. Your advancement will happen in the company only when you have what? Knowledge and skills required for a particular. Like example today, let us say for example, Reliance Industries Limited ka Mukesh Ambani. Mukesh Ambani, the example I'm drawing, right? Mukesh Ambani starts one education institute. Clear? Clear? Let us say for example, your coaching center for CMA. Throughout the country, that fellow launches a big, huge company just like Byju's, Unacademy and all. Physics wala, वैसे ही CMA wala, CA wala बोल के that fellow launches. And Ambani wants me to become the, you can say, the managing director and CEO of this company. Am I having the skills and knowledge to manage that company? Because I'm into teaching field, right? I can manage. But imagine that fellow wants me to become, the chairman and managing director of entire Reliance Industries. You think, do I have a knowledge of every business what that fellow is running? That is what. Only when you have what? Knowledge and skills required for which job? Then only you will progress in this world. What is the first point? Employees ko which performance should be given? When employees are giving the superior performance, automatically what will change? Compensation package. Because company will achieve their goal. And when will I give superior performance? When I have what? Proper knowledge and because of proper knowledge and skills, because I'm giving superior performance, automatically what will be given to me? Rewards. And in case if I'm not getting a reward, in case if I'm getting a punishment because my performance is not according to expectations, then it should be what system? Two-way communication system. And this two-way communication system happens between whom? Superior and employee. Am I scolding her or just staring at her? For what? Two-way communication. Next. Here. And this concepts of performance management should be followed where? Which level of management? All levels of management. And because of my skills and all, I will get what? Personal growth and advantage. Here, you'll write or later on? Fast, fast, keep writing fast. You can write simultaneously, right? When I'm explaining. Heading should be objectives of performance management. One, what I can do is I can ask management to give the printout of my handwritten also. Want to write or you want to have a complete you're okay, right? If I give you the printout, because we are just wasting the time. I know how much time I know DM, right? I know how much time you take to write it. Because if I wait for everyone to write, I don't think so. I'll be able to complete by December 2027. So that is why I think better I will explain. When you get the whatever I'm right, whatever I'm explaining, everything with examples is there, with charts, everything is there. I'm not explaining anything out of the box. Everything is mentioned here with examples. So everyone is okay, right? If I give a printout. So as of now, once the particular chapter is completed, I'll keep sending you the PDF in the group. In just 1 week or 10 days, I'll ask them to print out and get. Next, elements of performance management. Listen very carefully. Elements of performance management. What is the first element? Setting of objective. Remember I told every business should set what? Objective. Second one, then then reward system, and then amendment of objective. This is not a new question. It's just the same concept in just given in a. What is the first step in performance management? Same thing they can ask you as steps also. Setting of objectives. There can be one objective of business or many objectives. I think we have already discussed so many objectives. One example of mentioned here. Like sales manager sets a target for what? Sales should increase by how much percentage? You're all my sales employees. You go to market and do what? Padiki mudu, padiki mudu. You actually go and do. As a sales manager, I have given you a target that in next 1 month, each and every employee should make sure that your sales increase by how much? If you are selling 15 oranges, 100 oranges, you have to next month sell how much? 150 oranges. That is called what? Setting of object. Then step number 2 is what? Means I'll use a software in order to track what exactly is your actual sales. Because all the sales nowadays are recorded in registers or they are updated in software. I have mentioned one software here. What is that software? Customer relationship management software. May I will check your actual. That checking part ko what do we call? Can someone tell me the full form of KPI? Key performance. Now, after comparing your actual performance with your objectives, I will give you what? Remember I told feedback should be given in front of everyone or it should be one-on-one. That is nothing but two-way communication. Owner and employee. Directly have a one-on-one meeting with employees. And then give what? Reward. Reward should be based on what? Outcomes. Will I give reward to each and every employee or only those employees whose performance is beyond my expectation? So earlier everyone was selling how many units? My target is that you should sell another total how much? Every employee whose sales are below 115 will not get any reward. They will get what? Punishment. In case if your performance is above or equal to 150 units, you will get what? Some people may get promotion, some people may get what? Salary. And then once everyone settles down, once everyone reaches the target of 115, I will change the target now. Next target will be 115 plus how much percentage? What am I doing here? Bending the. So how many steps are there in total in performance management? 5 steps. What is step number 1? Step number 2. Step number 3. Step number 4. Step number 5. Here I am telling you how many units you have to sell now extra. What is it called? They can ask you in MCQs reverse also. I am telling you that you should sell 15% extra. What is that step called? I am using CRM software to track your actual performance and compare. I am talking to you one-on-one and telling you the problems and advantages. I am giving you reward because you have performed better. And when everyone starts performing as per my expectations, I will revise the target. What is that called? Amendment objectives and. So how many steps in total? 5. Here, now listen very carefully. Above mentioned elements are in what? Don't change the order. Do not change the order. The steps are continuous process. It will not change. First always will be. Acha, can I first give a reward and then give you feedback? No, right? First will always be what? Back, then only what? So it will come in a loop. Never change that order. Unless the loop is completed, successful performance management cannot be said to be in operation. Matlab, unless and until I complete all these steps, performance of a company will never be complete. This is called what? One-on-one communication. And in case, if your performance is beyond your expectation, what will be given to you? Rewards. And I have given one example of gold. Because I don't know whether you know or not, in Gujarat there is one diamond merchant. Every year during Diwali, that fellow will give house to his employees as bonus. House, diamonds, gold and jewel, gold not coins, gold coins, like gold bar that fellow will give. Mercedes, BMW, Rolls Royce car that fellow gives. That much rich that fellow is. Surat ka Gujarat merchant. Every year Diwali pay. Ray, that peon also will receive 10, 10, 20 lakhs ka compensation there every year. Every employee, you work there for 5 years and resign. You can start your own business only. Now, listen very carefully. There is one small concept where students will get confused. That is why I've given in the form of difference. What is concept number one we have been studying till now? What is the second concept? Performance appraisal. Now, performance appraisal, normally what happens is after 1 year completes. Like let us say, when does a year complete in a company? I'm not talking about financial year. I'm talking about calendar year. Every year during November or December, every year almost in every MNC, they give what? Bonus. They evaluate the performance of an employee and then they decide which employee ko how much bonus or promotion should. Every day will you give a bonus? Every month will you give salary increment? Every quarterly or half yearly will you give any bonus or promotion, or once in a year it happens? That is called performance. Remember one thing, performance appraisal is which process? Once in a year it happens. Giving promotion, giving bonus, giving salary increment. This happens once in a year. That is why it is called what? Performance appraisal. Now you tell, I will give you work once in a year or regularly. So that is why performance management is one-time process or continuous process. Now, performance appraisal, who will decide who should be given bonus, who should not be given? Who will decide who should be given increment, who should not be given increment? Which level of management? That is why performance appraisal is carried out by whom? Upper level or top level management. But performance management is conducted what? Throughout the organization. Remember, I told performance management is applicable to whom? Entire organization. Next, performance appraisal mein what will I do? I will evaluate the performance of what? On which basis? Yearly basis. And after evaluating the performance of a yearly basis, I will give what to you? In case if you are not getting promotion, what will I give? Feedback and performance management acts as a link between what? Employee performance and organization. These are the differences. If they ask you, otherwise don't write. Understood? Simple. 2 minutes I'll revise, then we'll continue to next unit. After completing next unit, we start discussing the MCQs. Lot of MCQs here. Point number one, how do I measure the performance of an entity before? Now, VUCA, wherein V stands for U, vulgarity gadra, vulnerability. U stands for, C stands for, A stands for. Who started the concept of VUCA? SRB. Next. Then key to success is possessing resources or possessing plus utilizing resources. And the concept of PM is applicable to whom? Every type of organization. Now, what is the complications that business face? Same resources. Tangible or? Then how will I decide who will be successful, who will not be successful? People, that is human capital. Then the definition was given by whom? And it is a part of which management? Continuous process or one-time process? Who should do what work? Checking whether you're doing it properly or not, giving you feedback. All this is done for whom? So that you will help a company in achieving its goals. Very good. Continuous process ko we also call it as what? It starts with what? It ends with these three steps. Here, next. Superior performance I will give only when I have what? Because of this knowledge and skills, I will get what? And also what? Because of which I will get. And in case if I'm not getting reward, it should be what? one-on-one or two-way communication. Then how many steps are there in total? These steps we have already discussed here also. This is just introduction. That is why concepts are repeating. Next, performance appraisal is a continuous process or one-time process. But what is a continuous process? Only top level management is involved. Everyone is involved. Understood? From this unit, our MCQs will start. We will start discussing the MCQs. I'll directly display the material. From there, we will. Productivity versus. From this unit, you may get MCQs may also practical. Here, MCQs may practicals you can get from this topic. Now, productivity and efficiency. I think I've already discussed the introduction to productivity and. Now, both are useful for what? Evaluating the performance of an employee. But the way I evaluate the performance of an employee is different. If I want to find out the performance of an employee based on how much fast you are doing the work, which concept I need to use? Productivity. If I want to find out the performance of an employee based on how many resources you are using, then it is. Understood? So both are measurement of what? Performance of an employee, but in a same manner or different manner. Where time is the input, where resources are the input, output will remain. So efficiency may, I will consider what? Minimizing wastage, maximizing the resource. But with respect to productivity, I will see what? Speed and volume. So what is efficiency? Here definition, relative measure of output with respect to. Here also it is a productivity is also measure of what? Output with respect to what? But difference is here we use resources as an input, here we use time as a input. Now productivity provides what? Insight into relationship between what? Inputs and output. How do I express productivity? Output divided by input into output divided by input into 100. Let us take one small example of a student and then understand this productivity. Madam, your name? Can I write? I, madam. Spelling mistake. I, madam. So, I, madam, studied for, let us say, 250 hours. Madam studied for how many hours? 250 hours. And in final 800 marks, right? Madam scored, let us say, 650. Here, how many hours she studied? 250 hours. And how many marks she scored? Next, madam. Yes, madam. Yes, madam has studied for 180 hours and she has scored somewhere around 600 marks. Who is better here? I, madam? Yes, madam. How do you know that S, madam is better than I? Because I has received more marks, right? How do we measure the productivity? Ratio of output divided by how much is the output? 650 marks. How much is the input? 250 hours. Can you calculate the percentage and tell me? Calculator है ना? कितना? 200% here. 600 divided by 180 into 100. Now you see, I don't want to see the marks. I am not see productivity may I'm not seeing the output. I am seeing what? How much time you have studied to score that mark. So who is more productive here? Because she has used less time to complete her CMA exam. CMA exam to get the marks. Understood how to measure productivity? Next. So we can also say it as what? It is expressed as what? Ratio of input to output. Let us understand the difference between productivity and efficiency. You'll get how many marks if you talk in class? Will now there are two tailors, tailor 1, tailor 2. Both are sitting in front of me. Tailor A is tailor 1 is Anil and tailor 2 is Anil. Sai. Tailor, why are you shy? Acha, Sai. Tailor 1 is who? Anil. Tailor 2 is Sai. Both have worked for how many hours? 8 hours each. Here, this example also, if they ask theory, write as many examples as possible. Give you more weightage in exam. Here, how many hours both have worked? 8 hours each. Total output. How many hoodies you have manufactured, Anil? 16. How many hoodies you have manufactured? Here. Next, Anil has used how many meters of cloth? And Sai has used how many meters of cloth? This information. Say, now we have to calculate what? Productivity, and productivity means now how many hoodies you have manufactured output and what is the time you have given for that. So how many hoodies per hour you are manufacturing. So Anil is manufacturing how many hoodies per hour, but in the same way how many hoodies Sai is manufacturing per hour. Now you say with respect to productivity, who is more productive? Because he is producing 0.5 hoodies more than compared to Sai. That is nothing but time we have considered. Now, if I want to consider how many resources we have used to get that output, then it's called what? Now, see here. How many meters of cloth Anil has used? 40 meters. To produce how many hoodies? So, per here, per hoodie, how many meters cloth Anil is using? But per meter, per hoodie, how many meters cloth Sai is using? So who is using less resources to manufacture more hoodies? So with who is more efficient? Sai. Who is more productive? Anil. So if company wants to hire productive employees, they will hire whom? Anil. They will reject Sai. But if company focuses on efficiency rather than productivity, company will hire whom? Sai and reject whom? People. Because a person who is productive may not be efficient. A person who is efficient may not be productive. Finding an employee who is productive and efficient both is not that easy task. Here, understood? So who is better with respect to productivity? Tailor 1, which is nothing but Anil. Who is better with respect to efficiency? Tailor 2, which is nothing but, understood the example? Like this, you create your own example and write. Neatly like this you write, then only you will get marks. Gajji bujji if you write, you will not get marks. Properly, neat and proper presentation should, because theory also has more weightage than compared to problems here. PVMA, it is exactly opposite. PVMA, we have more practicals and very less. Here, both productivity and efficiency answer what? How quickly a job is completed, as well as resources to be used to complete it. Now read this point and tell me how quickly a job is completed. What is this? Productivity or efficiency? Productivity. Resources to be used is called what? Efficiency. Here, same example is given here also. This is Anil. Who is this? Sai. Always. Measures of productivity. Very, 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 very important concept from exam point of view. Or they can also ask it as types of. How many measures or types of productivity are there? Total factor productivity, partial factor. Listen very carefully. Total factor productivity, partial factor productivity. Here, output. Now, output is changing because I have made change in one input. Repeat, output is changing because I have made change in one output on one input. Then it is called what? Partial factor productivity. You only tell. Simple words. In order to generate an output, there will be only one input or many inputs. I am making changes only in one input because of which output is changing. That is called what? Partial factor productivity. I am making changes in multiple inputs or all inputs because of which output is changing. Then it is called what? Total factor productivity. So I can tell like this: change in one input because of which there is a change in output. Then it is called, if I make many input changing or all inputs quite change because of which output is changing, then it is called what? Total factor productivity. So output is changing in both the cases, but only single input is involved, multiple or all inputs are involved. Or let us take an example. Acha. Let us say, for example, what you eat in general when you go out? I see. Okay, let us take an example of Pani Puri. Let us take an example of Pani Puri. Yeah, thoda pyaz dalo. Now, let us take an example of Pani Puri. This is what? Puri. This is what? Puri. That fellow will break and put batani and all, right? A Pani Puri clay, what is required? Puri. Abba. Okay. Then we need batani. Then we need onion. That only, onion, bolto pyaz only. Then we need what? Pani. And then we need that fellow sweat in his hands. Hey, what cheek? Now, pani. अब पानी में they add, let us say for example, chaat masala. That Sannidal sir, you're one of the pani puri bhaiyas. When I was writing my foundation exam, before my foundation exam, I was not much serious. My father told me, if you don't pass foundation, I will open a pani puri bandi for you. After that, I became very serious for foundation because in the age of becoming Saya, I didn't want to become Bhaiya. That is why, I focused on foundation. So chaat masala is there, then imli water is there, tamarind water is there, then pudina is there, dhanya is there, etc. etc. Now imagine what happened is, due to some problem, I was unable to find chaat masala. Instead of adding chaat masala, I added something else. Did I make change in one input or all inputs? Because of which the final taste will remain same or it will change? Will change, right? Now, changing one input because of which output is changing is called what? Partial factor productivity. Now what happened? Due to some reasons, I did not have onion. Botanica quantity was very less available with me. That is why little quantity only I'm adding. Then chaat masala was also not there. Dhanya pudina also I did not find. Because of which, what am I doing here? There is one change happening in input or many changes happening in input. Because of which final taste will remain same or it will change. This is called what type of productivity? Total factor productivity. Understood? Now I have given one more example here other than Pani Puri. Bakery example I have given. You are focusing here. Now, a person who bakes in a bakery is called what? Baker. Baker is working for how many hours? 4 hours. And baking how many cakes? So what is the productivity per hour? Output is how many cakes? And working for how many hours? So how many cakes per hour? So here what did we consider? See, in order to bake a cake, many factors we have to consider. Oven is there, temperature is there, then electricity is there, there is utensils are there. Did I consider everything or only I considered time? I only consider one factor. That is why it is called what? Partial factor productivity. But imagine I'm considering the skills and experience of the baker also. I am considering the temperature and kind of oven also. I am making changes in flour also. Quality of flour is also changing now. Am I making changes in one item or multiple items? Then it is called what? Total factor productivity. Understood? General points on productivity and Listen very carefully, very important for MCQ. Efficiency refers to achieving what? Maximum productivity. So can we say efficiency is a part of productivity? Efficiency is a part of productivity. With what? Minimum wasted effort, or so minimum wastage if you do, you are more efficient. More wastage you do, you are less efficient. It is related to maintaining what? Quality of work, and focus less on what? Increase in output. In case of, see, in case of efficiency, output is more important for me or input is more important for me? Input is more important. How less inputs you are wasting, that is more important for me in. So efficiency, the focus is more on input rather than output. Being productive does not necessarily mean, this point I already told, right? A person who is productive may not be efficient. A person who is efficient may not be productive. Productivity does not account for cost incurred in the process of output, but efficiency considers what? Cost. Now you only tell, when you are wasting more resources, it is productivity or efficiency? Hey, you are wasting more resources. What is it called? Efficiency or productivity? Efficiency. So when you waste more resources, automatically you have to buy more resources. So who is considering cost? Efficiency. Who is not considering cost? Productivity focuses on what? Efficiency focuses on productivity. Without efficiencies, if you are productive, not efficient. Imagine all your employees are productive, nowhere in efficient. That situation is called what? Or most of your employees are efficient rather than productive. Then also it is called what? Strategic. Efficiency is also called as what? Refinement of productivity. And performance management is a modern concept or a traditional concept? Well, now let us discuss the differences between productivity and, I will tell the answer, you tell where it will come. Quantity, productivity. Quality, cost is not considered. Hey, cost is considered. Time and speed, productivity. Here, resources. Here, now, both I should have in my company, or only one should be enough? Productivity without efficiency or efficiency without productivity, that situation what do we call? Strategic failure. Here, and performance management, efficiency and productivity, all these are modern concepts or they are traditional concepts? They're all traditional concepts. Here, we'll take a break now. After break, we will discuss. And in the meantime, I'll share these notes also in the what?